Hey there everyone, my name is Boki Shrapnel from the Guys Over Games, back with some more Chocobo farming. I don't know, yeah. It's a good joke, right? So Mene didn't say there's no Chocographs here, so I might as well start here. We're gonna come here, we're gonna dig here until there's nothing left to dig, basically. You look kind of dirty, Kupo. Quah. Did I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry, Kupo. Well, it doesn't matter what color you are, Kupo. You're still my Choco. I guess I kind of get that. It's like he basically just looks like a more muddy blue now from before. It is kind of funny that he actually just straight up calls him dirty looking. Like, it's kind of rude, man. On the bright side, now that we're a dark blue Chocobo, look how fast he digs. You spend more time walking around than you do digging, basically, at this point. Of course, Chocograph farming is still as chunky as ever. I mean, I'm enjoying the greens, but can I get some dead peppers? We're gonna need like, I don't remember how many dead pepper spots there are, but we're gonna need a few more, at least. It's always up here, I swear. It's never on the left one. Anointment. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now, actually. Yeah, I'm feeling anointment. Hey, we got a pinion. Wow. Doo doo boop 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 boop. I guess I can't complain about luck after yesterday's, like, Chocograph bonanza. But I can't complain about this kind of crap. There, jeez. Sometimes this game, like, see what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, there's no way I ran around that spot. Maybe there is, but, like, man, sometimes it just feels so picky. Like, golly gee gumdrops and all that jazz, you know? I, in fact, did not do any cotton rope farming off screen, by the way. For once, mostly because I just didn't have time. I'm a little on a time crunch here, so this could be one of them lost episodes if I just don't find anything for like the next half hour. Because if I don't, then I'm just gonna say screw it and not keep this. And we'll just say I did some Chocograph stuff off screen, you know? Do 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 do. Oh, oh. Hey, there's a dead pepper, I'll take it. Now we get the double time. Okay, I'm gonna make a big call here. It's up here for once. It is! Hooray! I actually found something. Can't believe it. It's crazy, I know. That mountain stuff actually came in handy. Oh, within 5 seconds. Nice. Uh-oh. Now I'm feeling the pressure. Come on. Come on. No! This is what I mean, though. You can see the difference, though. Like, even though you have, like, all the extra time and you get the bonus time, it's like the area is just so much bigger. It's just harder to get that 8 items, you know, bonus timer points. And like even now that the lagoon is full sized, it's still like way smaller than the forest. The forest is just this big field. Oh god, we're gonna start discarding potions again. I should have sold some. But instead, here I am, not finding Chocographs. Huh? You want to explain that one? Jethro? I don't know. Achoo! Nice, good timing. Found something right as I had to look away to sneeze. So I just sat over it like an idiot for like a second. I mean, this is pretty good luck so far, I'd say. Well, I said, and then now this is happening. Jeez. Well, we're going up. Nope. I was wrong. It was on the other one. No! I don't even get to dig to see if I was right. Oh man, my back actually like kind of hurts because I have to kind of lean forward to do this because otherwise I'm not talking into the mic enough, and then you can maybe even tell just by like watching these that sometimes I just get quiet because I'm probably just like kind of backing off a little like that. Hey, Joko's beak became strong for the first time in actually quite a while. You see what I mean though? Like, what was the last time his beak got stronger? Like, has it even gotten stronger since we came back to the forest? Like, besides the fact that things just aren't worth as many points here, like, it's just like, man. These do not find stuff. And these little mountain spots don't exactly help. Because they're so awkward to get to. I'm not going to complain about them. It's nice that the game makes things harder at this point, but like, man. Yeah, it makes you wonder if, like, was this song envisioned with this minigame in mind? Or is it just like a happy byproduct, you know? I'm finding a ton of echo screens, I guess. Jeez. You gonna give me anything else? Can I get it? One Chocograph. Comma 1. Bugger, man. It's fine, but I might just like the smart thing to do would be to just cut out all the filler. Maybe I'll just speed everything up and I'll leave all the commentary in so you can just hear my stupid voice at double speed. That might work. It's kind of the unfortunate thing about the Chocograph stuff is like it really is just kind of this over and over again. It's enjoyable, but I can't imagine it's fun to watch. Is kind of the crux here. Bonus time. I mean, that's a good signal, good sign of the times, but oh. Found potion, but you can't carry anymore. Wonderful. Well, we'll just have to deal with it. Well, this could have been one, but instead I just... Oh, wait! Game, come on. Well. Nice. I don't know where the hell that was, but I dug around every spot apparently. Great. Wonderful. I'm just not allowed to get bonus time at all. If only you could, like, discard items in this game. I'm kind of surprised you can't. Like, there's literally no way to get rid of stuff. It's just I have 99 potions, and the only way I'm getting rid of them is either selling them or using them. Although, I guess to be fair, how many Final Fantasy games actually let you just drop stuff in your inventory? It's a surprisingly like, uncommon thing. Like, I guess that is an interesting topic, is in regards to the whole you can carry 99 of everything. Like, that's sort of like an interesting byproduct of how I betcha a lot of the classic jokes about stockpiling and like hoarding all your items and never using anything probably come about specifically because of the 99 item limit. Because like, well, if I can carry 99 of everything, it's like, well, I don't really need to worry about actually using anything, so I'll just stockpile as much as I can. Oh, can you hear the dogs barking? It's It's crazy that I have the door closed and I can literally hear the door vibrating. Because there's glass on the door and it's like... The barking is literally sounding like it's gonna make the glass shatter. And like, holy crap, dude. Tim's been driving me nuts all morning. Like, 6 o'clock in the bloody morning, he's barking at shit. And it's like, come on, man. Oh, come on, man. Really? A high potion? I don't care about a high potion. Consarn it. I'm just not allowed to get a Chocograph, am I? Because it's always interesting to me in that regard, because like Pokemon is another series that kind of has that, but it also kind of didn't for a while because you actually did have limited item space. It's just, as long as an item was in your inventory, you could have 99 of it, but you could only have, you know, like, I think the item limit in the original Pokemon games is like 20 items. And then like Gold and Silver, I think still has the 20 item limit, but you like have the different pockets at least. So you can have 20 items, but you can also have, you know, you don't have to worry about key items taking that slot up anymore. Yeah, Tim will just bark forever, huh? That's what gets me. That son of a gun. Is that it's like he saw something once and he will just bark forever. If I don't do anything about it, and I don't want to do anything about it because I'm doing this. Found potion, but you can't carry it anymore. It's like a jump scare message. Pokemon eventually even moved away from that. To be fair though, I guess in some sense it also doesn't really matter because Pokemon doesn't really have items like elixirs. Like it literally, I mean it does literally have elixirs, but like it's not like you use an elixir and it fully heals your Pokemon and cures absolutely everything and is like time sensitive, you know what I mean? Like the elixirs just cure your power points, and like power points just aren't that big a deal in Pokemon most of the time. Like the only time they really matter is during like generally like the Elite Four, because that's when like you can't just leave and do more stuff. You actually do have to beat a bunch of stuff in a row. So that's when it actually matters. You know, versus Final Fantasy where it's like, I mean, for one thing, every fight matters. You can't just die in Final Fantasy. Like, generally, dying is a game over. I guess that is something else that's also different about Pokemon. Is you can't game over in Pokemon. You just kind of get kicked back to a center wherever you last healed. Which is kind of an interesting thing to think about. Like, I wonder what made them go with that decision. Like, maybe just because, like, they figured, like, it'd be annoying. You get kicked out every time you, like, wipe to a Pokemon just because of, like, bad luck while trying to catch them. Or maybe just because, like, it doesn't really make sense to die in Pokemon when no one else is dying. It's, like, that's not how it works, but it is funny to think, like, that they maybe at some point they had to make a conscious decision to, like, change that. Like, that must have been a topic that came up, is like, what happens when you lose? Just, oh, well, you know, you give away some money. I mean, hell, even the money thing got nerfed over time. Because, like, in the first, like, what, 3 generations, if you lose, you have to give away half your money. And then, like, Gen 4 onward, it's like, it's just a small amount. Like, it barely matters. Like, it's a percentage of your money like anyone else, but it's just such a small amount that it doesn't really, like, matter much. Like, you can say, like, I don't know if it, like, in the end of the day, it doesn't really matter regardless. Like, I kind of get why they nerfed that even, because, like, let's be real, how many times, if you lose, and you lose half your money, a lot of people will just, load their last save anyways. Because it does kind of suck losing a ton of money. Especially in, like, Gen 1, where, you, like, money is extremely limited. The only way to get infinite money is to beat the Elite Four, so until you can get to the Elite Four, money is extremely limited. Oi! Found potion. In a way, it's almost kind of funny that Pokemon ironically moved towards the whole system of having unlimited items that it originally didn't. Which is notable because I feel like that's actually kind of a rare thing to happen with RPGs. I feel like a lot of RPGs tend to move towards the opposite way if they can. Or they just start off that way. Like Paper Mario's whole shtick has always been that like you could carry 10 items. And then, well, that was the way it was for the original run of the games anyways, I guess. I don't know how you put it, you know what I mean? Like the ones that aren't Sticker Star, let's put it like that. Once they went to Sticker Star, that's a whole nother ball of worms for inventory management, that's for sure. But for a long time it was you could carry up to 10 items, and then in TTYD specifically there's an upgrade to boost that to 20. Does, actually I don't even remember if Super Paper Mario has that. I haven't played that game in so long. Alright, I'm officially at the end of my sanity here. How have I not found another Chocobo? How did I find like one per game last time, and now it's like I can't find any? I've dug like 10 times already. Okay, you know what? Sometimes, I don't know, I do seem to vaguely have memories of this where, even though it doesn't say we can't find anything here, like, there's like certain points where like, it might be that the only Chocograph left is the Chocograph like piece, and for some reason it's just like way rarer at this point. So I think I'm gonna go back to the lagoon now. Even though it doesn't say we can't actually find anything here, but like I feel like the chance of finding something here is just stupid low. And I seem to remember this happening pretty much every time I play through this game. It's always around this point where you get the Lagoon Chocobo, like, and like you've dug through the forest a bunch, and like you find a bunch pretty easy, and then it's just like you're just like in a drought. So instead we're just gonna walk. I guess, well, I won't bother with the boat, because the boat needs to go the outer continent anyways, so I might as well just go this way. Do, 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 do. That's just kind of how Chocograph hunting works, I guess. Because sometimes it's just, yeah, good luck. There's nothing, so I might as well just cancel for now. There are actually a couple new things, well, I say a couple, quite a few actually new things we can actually dig up right now, if you know how, but we're going to save that for after I've, you know, done more lagoon farming, hunting, digging, shoveling, discovering, treasure hunting, thieving, whatever you want to call it. Now that we have the whole lagoon, it is now 60 gil per game. So unfortunately, that does mean that our massive like rewards for digging in this place are, it's not quite as good for getting bonus points, but it's probably better for the purposes of actually like hunting for Chocographs. You can see the difference though. Everything here is like got like, I think once you're in the deep water, it's like I want to say like, wow, you can see the difference. Like it's a huge like increase in how deep you have to dig. I don't know what the exact number is though, because it's not as deep in the shallow too. Like it was like that with the mountain too. If you dug on the rocks, it wasn't quite as deep, or like it was deeper, but it's sort of weird in that the mountain doesn't actually make a big difference for some reason compared to here. Hello? Jeez. Digging here in general is also just way easier though. Like it's just, it helps that it's just it's smaller and there's none of the crappy mountain spots you have to climb up. So even when it's a more difficult spot. Like, oh, we got the bonus points the first try. Like that should show you right there. Like, it's not as good as it was before, but it's still better than the forest at this point. Not having to spend time digging. The only time that you really get screwed here is if something's in the entrance and you have to walk all the way over from one side to the other. That potion thing is going to get annoying, but there's really nothing I can do about that. I mean, I guess technically there is one thing I could do about it, but we're not doing that right now, so... Because there's a couple monsters that I probably want to show that they exist before we, like, go into the Kuja story location, as it were. We're not digging for Kuja yet in his little desert. But there are two monsters that we can fight right now that are unlocked, or well, I shouldn't say unlocked, that are available once you get the boat. Because this game, unlike, I feel like a lot of Final Fantasy games, actually doesn't have that many, like monsters that show up only once you get access to, like, the full world map. Oh, that's a Cho'Gath, I bet. Yes! There we go, finally. If it's over 100, you better, you know, freaking bet your sweet Bippy or whatever that stupid joke is. Come on! There we go. It's gonna be a potion, I had a feeling, yeah. Well, at least I got one Cho'Gath. That's good enough for me. I'm glad we were actually making progress. So let us see what this Cho'Gath is before we bother. Oh, it's right. Now we're already getting funds for the 5th ability. I don't think you can get near from the ocean. Inadequate ability! Yeah, there's a couple Cho'Gaths still we don't have access to, but we can dig up now. Doom. As I waste like 10 seconds digging around in a circle. Holy crap, man. Sometimes, I don't know what it is, man. I swear there's something weird. Sometimes. Like, how is it all the way down here? It's like something about like the way Choco detects. Sometimes it's like a little like lopsided. I guess, if that makes any sense. Like, sometimes it feels like he's more biased towards like certain directions. If that makes, like, if you get what I'm trying to say, where it's like you can be really far away and he'll still hit you with the big queh, but then you can be right next to it from another direction and he'll hit you with a small queh, and it like throws you off. Case in point, 200 gil. I guess that's a refund, if nothing else, but that sucks. Like wait, I found the full 8 first try, but then this time I only got 3 things because I was stuck digging in circles for like the whole time. This might be just the part where I just fast forward through everything because, like, holy cow, I might just not get any Cho'Gaths. What the hell, Tim? If he breaks that door, he's not going to enjoy that because that's going to be a lot of shattered glass he's stepping on. Jeez. That actually spooked me. I didn't expect him to just freaking smack the door. I don't think he even smacked the door. Like, he's not at the door barking. It's just he was laying down and then he just... You know how dogs are. He heard, like, the tiniest noise inside. Well, clearly I need to completely overreact to this and charge towards the noise and start barking. God. At this rate, this is going to be another, like... Hey, Cho'Gath, I'll take it. I was going to say, this is going to be, like, maybe just another, like... This might be, like, a 0.9, like I did that one time, where it's just... Nothing in this episode matters at all, and it's, like, I'm barely doing anything anyways. It's just, like, going to be, like, an hour of wasted time. So... Maybe... 50 gil. Because I'll head over to Trino at some point, but Uh, let's see here. There we go. Sea at dusk. There must be treasures deeper in the ocean. Go dig in the ocean. Gee, thanks. Very descriptive. It reminds me of one of the chocographs. I don't know if we can even dig it up yet, but it is an ocean one, so maybe we can. One of the chocographs is just like a picture of the ocean and nothing else, basically. And it's just like, oh yeah, go dig that up. And it's like, are you kidding me? There is a one little indication of where it is, but it is one probably like most. Oh wow. One of the most ridiculous chocographs in the game, actually, if you don't like have an idea of what they're showing you. Because it really is pretty much just ocean. There's a tiny bit of land you can see, and you have to kind of figure out, based on a tiny bit of land, where it actually is. And it is the one tricky son of a bitch. There we go, that's gonna be a potion. Yep. How do I know these things? Hey, 50 kill, I'll take the refunds, and like actually quite a bit of points, funny enough. Antidote. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Ow! I got a couple. It really is kind of crazy how I just found like a bunch of chocographs back to back in the forest. And now it's just like, I'm having a rough go of it. But I mean, this just happens sometimes. I definitely remember times where, I think specifically right now in that forest, it's like I remember digging around for like an hour and never finding anything. Like, it's just... There is, I'm pretty sure you can find the piece there, but it's just like, it's rare at this point. Like, they want you to come to the lagoon, I guess. And even the lagoon is like somewhat like, I think part of it is just like, they kind of want you to just go on with the plot, but they aren't outright like restricting you. I don't know how that works. But, like, I swear, because I swear this happens every time we get to this point in the story where it's the forest. Where it's just like I can't find anything there, even though it doesn't say specifically I can't. Oh, come on. There we go. That might be a chocograph. Yeah, let's go. Okie dokie. Oh, hey, and we found something else. Potion? No, Echo Screen. What else is new? Found so many of those today. Yeah, I'll take a dead pepper though. Ah, dang it. I don't know what's worse, is just barely not finding something or finding it at 0 seconds and then not having time to dig it up. That doesn't happen as much as it used to, thankfully, but like still. Dusk Plains. What a beautiful sunset. That's another one we can't actually get right now. They actually kind of spoil this, so like you know without a doubt that continent that we can't get to yet is called the Forgotten Continent, because they actually tell you in the chocographs, like Forgotten Plains, and then Mene just straight up says it here. I guess we'll just keep digging. This is just gonna be the big chocograph one then. Screw it, I just want to dig stuff up. Because like if I want to go to Trino, it's like I'm gonna have to walk all the way over there anyways. That doesn't exactly lend itself well anyways. Potion? Oh wow, anointment. I swear you get more anointments here than anywhere else. Because anointments are actually like a rare item outside of like buying them from shops, I feel like. And like occasionally just stealing them from something that can also cause trouble, because this game likes to do that. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This is not going to be a high-scoring game, that's for sure. That could be a chocograph. Ah, it was like just barely in the deep ocean. Because the deep ocean adds like, I don't know how much it adds. It seems to add something like like 64 or something to all the depths, which is why the Chocograbs just barely like reach 100 in the deep ocean. It's something like that. It's like it adds 48 or something to the shallow and then 64 to the deep, something like that. I don't know how it works. This is actually something I've never seen mentioned anywhere, like the exact numbers on these. People just are like, well, you just dig, you know, which, like, fair enough. You know, that's how it is. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a 0.9 because, like, the reality is that if you don't want to watch this one, do not watch this one, but I'm still going to commentate over it because, like, why not? I'm on a bit of a time crunch anyways, so it's not like I have time to, like, redo this. And I don't want to do, like, a 2-hour-long episode that's just, like, the most boring thing ever. Just, I mean, not that, you know, previous parts were all that exciting, but you know what I mean. Oh, that's a Chocograb, come on. Ah, 200 gil. Like, I care about money at this point. That's just rude, frankly. Give me 200 gil. I don't care about money. The 200 gil would honestly be more meaningful if I dug it up when I was still only 30 gil to dig here, because then that would actually be like a big refund of like 6 games plus part of a 7th. I was gonna say, is this in the entrance? I haven't gotten too unlucky with that so far. That's, come on, please, Chocograb. Yes! And I get the big double 20 points too. That's good. At this point, there's not really any point in digging anymore, because I'm like 99% sure you can't dig up more than 1 Chocograb per game. In fact, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that during one of the... Oh no, it happened! Damn! I mean, there wouldn't have been anything useful, but maybe it could have been like ore or like opinion. That was a little deeper than usual. So it's this one. This is it! The ocean! Look carefully, there's a small reef here, Kupo. They do give you a really good hint. Call a chokeboat near this place. But I'm not gonna dig that one up this part. We'll save that for probably next time. This is just gonna be all digging, I think. Quack? Quack! Quack. Thank you. Oh, that was good luck. I say until I spend like a minute digging around in a circle here, but that does tend to happen. That's just how it goes. Anything in the entrance? Nope. I always check if I'm near the shallow, just because, like, you never know. And it sucks walking all the way over. Ah, speaking of walking all the way over. Nope. Oh man, I'm screwing myself here. It just keeps being up top and I keep not finding it. Remember what I was saying? Jeez. Alright, let's not go to the entrance this time. You know what that means? Dude, the one time. Well, at least I got a dead pepper. Actually, now that I think of it, there is one thing we can actually unlock right now. Although I don't think you can actually do anything with it. Oh! Thank you. I'll take the pinion. I don't mind. There's actually a location you can unlock specifically using a chocobo. That's only available if you have... I think you actually need the ocean chocobo. Maybe not. I don't remember if there's a shallow to get to. It's a certain island that actually has a spot you can go to with Choco, and I don't remember if you need the ocean or if you just need shallows. Whenever you dig up in that little like divider spot, it's always like, oh, is it just barely on the shallow or is it just barely on the deep end? Because if I see 86 as a depth, if I'm in the shallow, that's probably, there's a good chance that's a chocograph, right? But if I'm in the deep end, then it's very likely it's just a potion or something stupid. That's kind of the tricky thing. Is it gonna be down here? Yep. Hey! Within 5 seconds? Hell yeah. Take that. That upgrades our beak a little better. Oh, wow, jeez. I'm pretty lucky here. I said that, but I'm probably not gonna get the multiplier. Unless I find it right now. No, man. I had hope for a sec there. How long has this part been? We'll dig one more time, and then if I don't find anything, we're gonna go... Well, screw it. I'll just go dig up the chocographs we can dig up. It's because, like, I don't know, like, it's a weird thing, because, like, I don't want to just do chocograph farming for, like, 3 episodes straight, but also, like, I want to do this now. Because the reality is that we're like, the funny thing is, as soon as you get the boat, you kind of get, like, story crunched for a while. Like, Disc 3 is actually, like, quite, like, story... How do I put it? Like, you kind of get... You kind of just go along for the ride. Like, as soon as you can imagine, once we go hang out with Kuja, it's not like we're just gonna, like, dawdle around after that. It's like, you kind of get stuck hanging out with Kuja for a while. And after that, you also still kind of get stuck with Kuja for a while. Like, it's just kind of like a pretty long little plot section, like right after one pretty long plot section, except this time it's gonna be a long plot section with a lot of like dungeoning. So you want to get as much stuff as you can right now, so I can just be learning abilities along the way. Dang. You know what? That'll be. We'll say screw it. I don't need to do that much this part. We'll back off. The rest of this chocograph stuff will probably just be like a 0.9 or something. I don't know. Just to like really make sure people realize that they do not have to actually watch it. Anyways, this ocean chocograph that they tell you about, that's like, oh, you can calm near a beach. What you want to do is we want to go to this little island over here. It's that island we saw last time that's like a big beach. I believe it's this one right here? No, which one is it? I don't remember. It's one of these that just has like a big... Is it this one? Yeah, that's just like a huge like beach area, and there's chocograph tracks on there. So what we want to do basically is from here we basically just go out. You can already see we're digging it up. Of course, the tricky thing is finding the exact spot is the kind of the problem. This one is honestly like a bit of trial and error almost in a way. Especially because Choco is not very accurate. That's kind of a handicap with the actual chocograph hunting. Is usually it's not a big deal that he doesn't show you exactly where stuff is. But with this one, it actually does matter because you're kind of searching for a needle in a haystack here. I don't believe it's actually... Yeah, it's not actually that far away from the beach. Bunch of ore, a light robe, a whale whisker, and an Alexander card. We actually just... That's kind of funny, I realized. Like, the camera angle is basically something like this. But I think we just dug up over 99 ore. So, kind of low on... Like we're full on ore, basically. In fact, let me just double check here. Do we still have Garnet with us? Because that whale whisker, if you're curious, is an item for her, actually. In fact, most notably, it teaches your Kuraga! Legendary weapon that holds powerful magic. Yes, indeed. In fact, the whale whisker is the only way Dagger can learn Kuraga in this game. So if she doesn't get if you don't dig up this whale whisker through the Chocograph stuff, she just doesn't get Curaga at all. So, you know, keep that in mind. Also, there's also the Light Robe, which I believe also teaches stuff. Look at the defense this gives at this point, though. And also look at those abilities. Half MP, auto regen, full life. The Light Robe basically makes Garnet indestructible at this point, because 41 defense is a ton. It also raises Holy and Shadow Elemental attack for, which is actually useful for both Dagger and Aiko, but they can't really take advantage of that just yet. So I'm not going to put that on for now. Anyways, the Sea of Dusk. I forget what this one is. This actually might be on the other side where I was looking at before, remember? Where I was like, is it this spot? Like, we're looking for a spot that kind of hooks out. And I believe that was on the other side where I was boating before, and I was like, oh, this kind of looks like a spot. Because obviously they're also talking about how, even in the picture there, you can see how it kind of is like, you know, it's dusk. Because the outer continent, or the outer continent, the Forgotten Continent, if you haven't realized, tends to have a lot of this dusk coloration. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. This isn't it. I'm kind of surprised. It almost looks like it. Surely. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we just... wrong spot. They want you to go a little out here, I guess. Kind of surprised it's out. I guess it makes sense it's out by the water, because, you know, it's an ocean thing. 15 pinions, another... is that a... no, a white rope, a diamond, and a Masamune card. That's actually everything we can dig up at this point. Yes, I believe so. So, that'll be it for this part. See you guys later. Hey there, everyone. My name is Monkey Shot from the Guys Able Games. Back with some more Final Fantasy IX. So, it's literally just giving more Chocograph stuff. I'm gonna save Trino for after we've finished everything here we can do. So, right now my plan is basically dig around until I find stuff, and what I'm probably gonna end up editing these last 2 or 3 parts together, and just basically being like, well, anything that's boring I'm just gonna cut out and just show the Chocographs I find, because otherwise, like, it's gonna be like 3 hours of just nothing. And you know that's you know, like, that's just how the Chocograph stuff goes, though. Oh, it's 100? Nah, it's ore. I'm actually max on ore. That's funny. There's really not much I can do about that, though, because there's nothing to really use on ore right now. There is a use for ore later, but I'd need the airship first, unfortunately. So until you get the airship, excess ore you have just kind of does nothing. There's also technically another use for it later in the game too, but like both things you can't, they're like things you can't really do with the ore right now, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. So excess ore is just gonna burn a hole in my inventory, I guess. And, you know, enjoy getting inventory overflowed. Oh! Oh, come on, not a high potion. I mean, I guess I'll take the bonus. That seems to be a recurring gag, is I get the bonus the first time I play in a session, and then after that I just kind of eat my words for the rest of the day. But I do still want to do more hunting, so we're just gonna keep going, and you know, I'll just stay silent until something funny happens, I guess. I don't know. That was almost an amazing game, and then I kind of screwed the pooch in the last one there. Oh well, still big points. You can kind of see what I was talking about, where if you have bad luck, it is actually not that unreasonable to just end up being able to buy some of the more expensive stuff. Because, like, look at, we're already almost at the wing edge. I mean, we're nowhere close, technically, to the other stuff, but I also totally forgot that if you check your points, it actually shows you how many games you've played in each place. And it even gives you a high score. That's pretty nice. Thank you, Mene, for keeping track of that. Holy moly. What a game that was. Holy shit. 18 seconds left. So how many points I'm about to get here? 184. Bam, the double level up. Jeez Louise. Still no chocographs though, but you know, we'll take the point. Last second, let's go. Thank you. Good work, Choco. Get that default point bonus of 32. High potion again. Yeah. Okay, let me look at the chocographs we have right now. I was gonna try to get as many of them as I could, but like, looking at this right now, it's like there's this. It's, I don't know what it is. It's like there's still a couple chocographs I can find, but despite the fact that there are still chocographs to find, it's like I can't find any of them. Like it's kind of wild. I'm not sure. I'm thinking. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do for this part is, I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna say I'm gonna put a, you know, a bottle lid on this for now, and I'm actually just gonna go walk to Trino and buy shit there. It's like, I don't necessarily, like, I could just keep digging, but it's just like, man, like, I really am just sort of twisting in the wind, huh? Like, I can't find anything. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't think it's that chocographs become rarer as you have more of them. Because, like, I don't think the game... Maybe... I mean, maybe, though. But, like, it's weird that I found, like, one per game for, like, very easily for a while, and then I just haven't found any since, basically. Like, if it does kind of feel like... This is one of those things I just don't know. Like, frankly speaking. For now, though, I'm gonna go to Trino. We're on our way here anyways, so screw it. There's Dolly. I have my wrists already, so I don't need more wrists. We're not gonna waste time with that. I've got a pretty good amount of money, and I guess while I'm in Trino, I'll quickly, like, sell off some of my excess, like, potions. Just so in the future... Just so in the future I don't have to, you know, see the 99 items message, like, a dozen times. Cause, like, man, it really is, like, it's weird. I feel like I don't use, well, no, I do feel like I usually have this problem, but I feel like eventually if you just push through it, you do eventually find them. Like, obviously, Manny hasn't told me that there's no chocographs there, so eventually we would find it, but, obviously that's the kind of the crux, is eventually, and I don't know how long I could dig for. It's much easier if you play on the, like I said, it's much easier if you play on the, like, the Steam version, where you can just speed up the timer a bit. And, like, not worry about that. Man, look how much stuff we're getting. Like, look how many anointments I have. We could start using dead peppers to do stuff, but I'm gonna wait on that for next part. Because I wanna make sure I know where everything is and, you know, have my fun facts ready. Because there are some interesting things you can dig up. And one of them is actually, like, really interesting because it's like, you can dig stuff up and it's like, there's no point to it. Like, none of the things you dig up are actually useful in any way. But, there is some like fun history behind the items you dig up, which is kind of a funny thing to say without context, but it's true. Alright, we're gonna start buying this shit. Doga's artifact, Une's mirror, and the thief gloves. So I'm just gonna speed things up here and just go like this. Do 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 do. Just like a real auction, eh? Sometimes people just like decide, they really want this, so it's just this back and forth. I'm not gonna buy this rat tail because that's a bit expensive. It didn't have to be that expensive. There is actually a pretty hefty amount of RNG with this stuff. Because sometimes they'll just, like, put a lot of money on stuff. And sometimes you can get lucky and get things for, like, decently cheap. I don't know what how it works exactly. But you'd be surprised. I know one of the items that, like, I'm kind of worried about trying to buy is the thief gloves, because the thief gloves, I remember, can end up going for a ridiculous price if you're unlucky. Curses. Stop betting. Betting. You know what I mean. Bidding. Why did I say betting over bidding? I mean, you know, similar word. I mean, hell, even the meaning of the word is pretty similar. Hey, we got it for under 10,000 though. The thief gloves. Look how much these start at, 4,500, and look how much they are immediately jumping to more expensive than what we just bought. There's a reason for this though, because especially right now, the thief gloves are very good, and you can actually synthesize these eventually. But the cost of synthesizing it is also quite expensive. And, like, I think it's cheaper to just get these here. Because, like, the cost of synthesizing these is a lot, and also it just requires expensive stuff. Come on. Hell yeah! So, the thief gloves are kind of a big deal, because let me just show off what they give you. They give you Master Thief. They also just give good evasion and speed. It's like these are just a decent item. These are, as you know, as the name implies, these are something that only a couple characters can use. I believe it's just Zidane and Amarant can use these, because Amarant's kind of the jack of all trades. He can use a lot of stuff like this. However, Master Thief is quite good. Quite good. Where is it? It's like up here, yeah. Master Thief. Steal better items. So, actually, I guess we can just go over this right now, exactly what these do. So first of all, you know how up until this point, many enemies had 1 in 256 steals and 16 in 256 steals? Well, with Master Thief equipped, those, 1 in 256 and 16 in 256 steals are now bumped all the way up to 32 in 256. So they go from, like, you know, like a point, like, what's the 1 in 256? It'd be like 2% in that, around in that, you know, ballpark, to 1 in 8, right? So Master Thief is kind of like fantastic for stealing from bosses, because obviously bosses tend to have, you know, rare steals, and with Master Thief, you know, like, imagine trying to steal, like, stealing the Demon's Mail from Tentarian would have been 10 times easier with this equipped, like, even more than that, 100 times easier. Unfortunately, this is as early as you can actually get it, but it's a huge boon for, like, boss stealing. Like, you equip that and it goes from difficult to, like, actually pretty easy. Not only that, but it actually also makes things easier in another way, in that, so previously, when you stole, Zidane could, like, essentially steal from, you know, like, if he stole from, like, a slot, if he succeeded in stealing from any of like the 4 item slots that an enemy had, he would immediately stop checking the other slots, and so you could actually fail to steal certain things even with like a high chance to steal from if you just picked the wrong slot, right? Because I believe by default he goes from top to bottom, right? So he would steal the one into... Aw, what the hell, lady? That's rare. If he tried to steal from the 156 and actually succeeded, then he wouldn't check any of the lower slots. Right? I'm gonna get the Promise Ring and the Reflect Ring too while we're here. So, with the Master Thief equipped, he essentially just ignores empty slots completely, and will never steal from an empty slot. So, it means that your chances of stealing from a boss are quite likely, and like they're actually pretty likely up until they just don't have items anymore. It works like this for anything too. Like, this is actually a great time to get it too, because there's certain enemies we can steal from not too long from now that actually have pretty good stuff to steal, but it isn't necessarily like equipment stealing. Like, there's certain enemies that are somewhat time limited, but you can steal like jewels from them, and they have a lot of jewels to steal from. So yay. Wait, why did I go for the fairy earring? Am I stupid? I just like totally forgot what I was... it's fine. It's fine. I guess the fairy earrings are a good generic item to have anyways, just because they give like decent stats. But yeah, getting stuff from these certain things from the auction house are pretty... Like the Reflect Ring, for example. It's like, if you go look, like, you can synthesize a Reflect Ring right now, but it requires another ring and some other stuff. Like, it requires stuff you also have to synthesize, so being able to just buy this here is pretty nice. Because it helps save on just getting stuff, basically. Jeez, they're on a real betting war over there. No! Damn, man! Okay, I'm gonna give up on these for now. You get a freebie later anyways, so like I'm not too worried, but like maybe I'll just do another round or two of cotton rope farming. Jeez. Every time I come to the auction, it's always like, oh, I think I have enough money, and then like, man, you need more money. Obviously, getting this stuff is much easier like in the end game when you can get a lot more money from enemies, because like a lot of the money you can get from just like the late game enemies is just like they just drop a lot of money. So the Reflect Ring is also noble because you can see like it's not even that much to bet for. Like, it only starts at 2,200. It's not even that expensive, and it's kind of an annoying item to synthesize, so it's pretty great to get this from the auction house right now. Like, that's pretty nice. Like, if, as you can imagine, what the Reflect Ring will give you is auto reflect. It also gives distract, and it can teach the actual reflect skill, which is nice. If I remember correctly, actually, let me double check on this actually while we're here. I think the Reflect Ring in this game might actually make you weak to elements. Yeah, it makes you weak to fire, ice, and thunder damage in this game for some reason. I have no idea why. I guess because maybe the idea is that it makes you weak to those elements, and then you have auto reflect on, so the reflected spell is stronger. I don't know if it even works like that, though. I don't think so. It doesn't check for that when it reflects. Like when a spell gets reflected, it's essentially the same as always, so it wouldn't get stronger from you being weak, but I guess maybe that's like It's like a balancing thing to make it so auto reflect isn't that strong. But then, of course, once you learn auto reflect, you can just take it off. So I don't know. While I'm here, I guess let's go hand in that Doga's artifact. Do 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 do. Unlike the other items, the Doga's artifact is given away to a character who isn't in that one screen. Although he's pretty close, he's a couple over. He's the what's been called? Is it the researcher? I don't even remember what the name he gets is. It must be a researcher, right? Or maybe it's just like a bookworm or something. I don't know. It's the guy in this area. This dude here. Oh, it's a scholar, of course. Doga's artifact. But if you try to haggle him for it, he actually won't haggle with you. He just wants the 10,000. There is a reason to do this, by the way. It isn't just like to get a little extra money out of these items. There is actually like legitimately something that unlocks once you've actually like sold all these items. Why? Who knows? Who knows? The world of Final Fantasy IX works in mysterious ways at times. You know, sometimes things just work like that. You know. It's just, you know, somebody decides. They use their psychic vision, you know, they hit you with the lasers to, I don't know, to know when these things have been, like, given to people of interest. Magician robe, don't care about that. Well, I guess we'll grab the artifact again. The Pearl Rouge is something else I also want to get. Because Pearl Rouge especially, you want to get from the auction house if you can. Because the only other way to, right, I believe it was an elixir and a moonstone. That's the elixir isn't limited technically, although you still probably wouldn't want to just use that on an item that you can just buy. The moonstone, though, especially, is something you can't get. Like, you only get a couple of them, and notably, you actually, like, you need a moonstone for the Friendly Monsters side quest, too. So, there, you know, there's your fun fact of this episode, is that if you use the jewels up before completing the Friendly Monsters side quest that like requires that item, you are screwed. You cannot complete that side quest anymore if you do that. So then you're just kind of SOL. So be careful about that kind of thing. FF9 is a harsh mistress at times. It really, there are certain things that are just like, man, like it's crazy that like the game is so nice in some ways, and in other ways it's just like, yeah, if you use one of these jewels up on like synthesizing stuff that you might not even realize is limited in you know quantity, you just kind of screw yourself. Because most of the jewels aren't limited, but for some reason a couple specific ones are, like the Moonstone and I believe the Emerald are. Those actually might be. It's like those two, and I think the Diamond also, because the like any of the ones that aren't like used for like summoning stuff basically are limited because like there's just nothing, like they didn't care, I guess. I don't know. While I'm here, I might as well look at these because we have these right now. The body may perish, but the spirit lives on, which is, you know, as you can imagine, these are very much references to the characters from Final Fantasy 3. And then for some reason the rat tail is just, I almost ate this thing when I first found it. I thought it was a snack. Wahahaha. It's a quote from Baku, apparently. It's like, I guess Baku sold it to this auction house or something. Who knows? Or it just found its way here somehow. Who knows? I always thought that was a funny quote. Like, I don't know why that's the quote for the rat tail of all things. It's just kind of a goofy thing. What are they betting on here? The Promise Ring. God damn it. Promise Ring always ends up going so high, I swear, but I do want this, because this is like one of the few items we haven't gotten yet. And finally, the Pearl Rouge. We definitely want this. I'm just going to go straight to 10,000. Just to, like honestly, it's, oh geez, that guy really wants it. Yeah, when that guy in red bets, he bets big. Alrighty, the Pearl Rouge. So that's a lady-only item, and just to like show off what it can give you, there it is. Notably, it increases water elemental damage, and it also reduces holy damage. So this is actually not a bad item to slap on the Garnet right now, because you can basically just go. You can slap the Pearl Rouge on her, and she can just cast super strong Leviathans right now. Leviathan is the strongest base summon spell she has right now. I think because of all the paradox we have, Ramuh's probably better still, but there's also the Promise Ring. The Promise Ring is kind of weird because you can see like the abilities it gives are very strange. Restore HP, Absorb MP, and Magic Elemental. No, they're all actually fairly limited abilities that you can kind of mainly get from the Promised Ring right now. I'm gonna quickly run back here and check. What's left to actually get? Griffin's Heart, right. Oh, and the Maiden's Ring. Wait, I think we already have a Maiden's Ring, right? Steiner might actually have that equipped right now. Oh, no, it's right there. Maiden, the Elemental Rings aren't bad, just for, like, if you know what you're up against. But let's get this Griffin's Heart. I forgot. This just, like, hasn't shown up yet. You know, I'll just bet 6,000. $6,000 will any more. And we can go ahead and sell this, but I'll just quickly look at it now while it's in our inventory. Fear its soul, for it knows no terror. Beatrix. Raises morale, apparently. Beatrix would be all about hearts, hey? I guess while we have the heart, let me gum in here. Like, basically, when you have all the items, this is what just is always in the auction. Just those 4 items, I believe. It might change depending on where you are. Like, I know that if you're on, like, disc 2, the items are a little different. Like, I think there's just, like, you can auction for elixirs in there on disc 2. I don't remember. But I think those are, like, just the 4 baseline items is just the Magician Robe, Fairy Earrings, Maiden's Ring, and Pearl Rouge. Or just you have all the items. I'll give you 10,000 gil. Nope. I see. That's too bad. Oh, he actually... That's funny. If you say no to him, he actually won't rebuy them from you until you leave and come back. Whoa, I almost thought like my game crashed there for a sec, because if you like pop out between screens too quick. Alright. The camera fade in and fade out kind of doesn't work properly. It's funny because I think that's a problem in Final Fantasy VII too, but it's like more notable in that game, but I guess it can happen in this game too. Alright, so we sold off our Griffin's Heart. Let's go rebuy it. I actually, off the top of my head, I don't believe you have to rebuy these items to get the effect from selling them, but you do need them in your inventory if you want the Treasure Hunter rank for them. The Griffin's Heart, for some reason, I feel like in particular is actually great for selling, because even though it's the cheapest one, it also just doesn't tend to go very high. Like, we made like a 4,000 gil profit on it. Nice. That reflags it as new too, because it gets reflagged the instant it goes back into your inventory. How much money do we have? We have 80,000 left, huh? And I believe if we leave and come back, like, those will just always be the 4 items in here. Fairy Earrings, Maiden's Ring. Honestly, probably the best one to get if you don't have a full inventory of them is just the Magician Robe. In fact, since I'm here, I might as well. Like, why not? Like, it's cheap, and, like, might as well just get a couple, like, an extra one, just for our mages, because the magician's robe is obviously much better than the silk robe at this point, so like, might as well get them, right? Other than that, there's really not much left to do in Trino. I guess what I can do is I'll go check out the synthesis shop quickly, just like see if there's anything in there we don't actually have. And I'll just like also quickly go over the things that are like somewhat limited. You know, business as usual, as they say, right? Welcome. But yeah, you can see like the magician robe here is a big step up from the silk robe. We could synthesize it for 3,000, but you need a mage staff and a cloak, which are both... The mage staff in particular, I don't think we can actually buy those anymore, so... It's good to just like save that and just keep the robe in your inventory. Yeah, you can see that this is the same thing. Actually, I wonder... I forget, was the feather boots something we could buy at the auction? Let me actually go and check on that, because the feather boots are another one of those items that's like actually really nice to have a couple extra of, because it absorbs earth. There is one boss in particular that uses a lot of earth attacks, and you have, you know, you want feather boots for that if you can, because it just makes the boss way easier. So I'm gonna quickly, like, we have the feather boots in inventory, right? Yeah, so I'll just slap down the Quena, and also, since I just bought an extra magician, I'll just slap down the Quena too, like, why not? There's four mages in the party, so there's 4 uses for magician robes, like, might as well, right? Of course, now that we have the light and the holy robe, we don't have to worry about that as much, but, magician robe, feather boots, yeah, so... The feather boots replaced the fairy earrings, right? Was that what it did? So we want these feather boots if we can. Like, I'm just gonna quickly go boom. Let's raise the stakes. Hell yeah. Boom. Wait, that was the magician robe. I'm so stupid. You know what? It's fine. I did want another magician robe anyways, I guess. But like, oops, I forgot what item I was betting on. I just said the word feather boots out loud and I just thought, oh yeah, feather boots. Right? Like, you idiot. Whatever, it's fine. In general, the elemental absorption stuff is a good idea to have. It's the same thing with like the core ring. I don't know where we can get more core rings. I think the only way to get more core rings is just synthesizing them, unfortunately. This one's going kind of high, actually. How much money do I have left here? I have enough, but this is a little spicy, so I'll definitely have to do another round or 2 of cotton robes after this. Nice. Alright. I think as funny as this part's going to end up being, because it's just more things. I mean, I'm going to combine this with the previous part, and it's just going to be like an hour and a half of absolute faffing around, but I guess I'm going the wrong way here, but I'm trying to think. I guess that's it, because next time is going to be a bit of a change of pace, kinda, not really, but kinda. We're going to do dead pepper stuff, because if you don't know, the dead peppers are also used for treasure hunting, but in a different way, and we'll see what I mean in a bit. I mean, if you're watching these like after all the episodes have been released, I guess it'd be in a bit, but I'm actually just gonna end it off in front of Burmecia, because I'm just gonna go do that a couple times. Actually, I guess we'll just end it here and I can just do that off screen. So yeah, that'll be it for this part. Actually, wait. Let me unequip these, so I don't forget. Whoopsies. Alright. This will actually be it for this part. See you guys later.